This art thief has to be rage bait with the insane behavior that they're doing, and they are not sorry about it. Before we get into it, a couple of disclaimers. One, don't send hate to any parties involved. That is never the whole point of this. Number two, I hope you guys like the hair. I filmed like 5 videos today, so my hair, my buns are slowly sliding down, especially the one on this side. So let's just not talk about it. So this is posted by Twitter user Kissa Paw SU on Twitter, who goes by Kissa, writing, "Bro, please do not buy or support the designs at Kana Cuts XOXO is selling. She is stealing real artist art from Nyamimi and Kitty Paws XOXO, running it through shitty AI and selling it for a profit. This is honestly disgusting behavior. You are not a real artist. Also, please note that Soft Blush is being impersonated. Do not spread hate to her. She is a victim in this scenario." And Kitty Paws comments, "Thank you for the support and spreading awareness." And Kissa says, "Anything for the real artists of this community." Chisana comments, "I saw they already sold 2 designs." And Kissa says, "Truly tragic." So this is the account we're talking about. They are a very, very, very small account, but what they're doing is honestly wild. So their bio reads, "She, him, artist 17 plus, I'm 15." So if they are the age they claim they are, they're a kid. Kids do dumb stuff all the time. Look, I did dumb stuff when I was 15. I'm sure you did. Stealing people's artwork, and lying on the internet, I guess, may fall into the realm of 15-year-old behavior. I don't know. Last time I was 15 was like 10 years ago. God, that is scary to say. But their whole page is full of artwork that's not theirs. Let's go into this. We have this post by Kana writing, "Selling for $30," and it's a little OC. And then Twitter user Sif writes, "It almost looks like this one is just AI." And Kissa says, "LMFAO, literally my design just ran through shitty AI. So funny." And this is Kissa's design. They are a Fennec Fox VTuber, and this is exactly their design actually. Same skirt, same heart buckle, the crisscross designs on the jacket, same hair, everything. Same everything except small details were changed. And the reason they were changed is likely because the AI absolutely botched it. I mean, look at the belt. It looks like a cursive D on the belt for some reason, probably because AI goobed it up. And then the crisscross hair pins are all wonky too, and the eyes are all wonky, probably because AI effed it up. Next, we have Soft Blush, who also goes by Kana. So this is the person that Kana Cuts is impersonating. Look at the banner. It is the same banner. They didn't even change it. And Kana has this post they made February 19th, writing, "Hi, commission I got from Octomy. Their art is so adorable. Go check them out." And this is the art piece. It is super cute. And this is the post Kana made. Ooh face. And it is literally original Kana's commission artwork that was run through AI before, after. Like, you can tell it's AI because AI tends to get all the details all goobed up when the original piece is put through. Like, look at the details on the pockets here. Here we just have, a bow and very, very, very neat lacing detail, another bow and very neat lacing detail. And then I don't know what in the world is happening over here with the laces. And this bow apparently has 3 ribbons because that definitely makes sense. Now we have this piece by Kana. Wow, what a cutie. Selling her for $30 because this impersonator is also trying to make a profit. Again, look at the buttons on the neck, all garbled up. This is AI. Need I say more? But this design is also stolen because this is Mimi's design. This is Twitter user Nyanimi, and it reads, "Ermine adopt available on coffee. Likes and reposts will be greatly appreciated." And I love how it says, they have the watermark, "Adoptable made by Nyamimi, please do not steal." And then the impersonator was like, "Yeah, screw that. Big ol' middle finger to this," because they literally just took the design and ran it through AI. It is the same design. But there's more. Here we have this design. Impersonator Kana writes, "Selling this little cutie for $20." And here is the design, quote unquote, right? Again, very, very AI. Need I say more? Let's just look at the tail, which somehow goes down through her back, through the leg, and then disappears and reappears from some random spot in her hair. Because yes, makes sense. The details are all wonky too. I digress though. You guys aren't here to hear me pick this piece apart. But Kitty Paws XOXO writes, "I can't believe you used my design to put into crappy AI and have the audacity to try to sell it." And Aiko writes, "They even have XOXO in their name? What the hell?" And Pinky or Kitty Paws says, "I'm so sorry they stole the design I gave to you. I feel terrible." Which again, that's neither of y'all's fault. That is the scammer's fault. And a lot of people in the comments are offering sympathy. And this is the original design made by Kitty Paws. Look at the design. This is so cute. Everything is really well intentioned. The design is so cute. I love the rendering. And look, the tail, makes sense because yeah. And the impersonator says sold. So allegedly the impersonator sold this design that they stole from somebody else and ran through AI, which is crazy. I think it's BS. And then we have another post. This is by Twitter user Sparky Paw, writing, "Please everybody block and report Canna Cuts XOXO. They're impersonating Soft Blush by stealing their OC and running images through AI. They ran my reference through AI and were selling my design." And this is a post by Canna impersonator Canna, writing, "Selling this ghostly cutie $30. You are able to resell or use for anything. You please just don't resell it for above or below the set price. DM to claim." The absolute audacity to setting these rules, being like, "Oh, you can use it for whatever you want. Just like don't upsell, haha," is crazy when you stole it. And this is Sparky Paws' original design. And then Sparky writes, "Not sure what else to do. Please do not buy from them. Contacting them doesn't seem like an option because it's obvious they have malicious intent. Please just be careful, and if you know any more about them, please contact me or Canna, aka Soft Blush." And then here we have another post by impersonator Canna writing, "Haha, I love him so much." And Twitter user Curie, who goes by the handle UFO he, writes, "Not only you steal the recolored version of my old art, but also feed it into AI just for it to look like they have cardiac arrest." And the impersonator on their page makes a post writing, "For those saying the designs I've sold are most likely me lying, I am not. I promote my designs on Discord and people DM me who are interested. Thank you, have a lovely day." You know, I honestly think it's crazy though that instead of like defending or trying to argue the allegations of AI and theft and whatever, they're arguing the claim that they didn't sell the art. You know what I mean? They're like, "Yeah, like, did I steal the art? Did I trace it? I'm not gonna say anything. But I swear to God, I sold it, guys. Like, I'm not trying to look like a fraud. I did sell the artwork, you know? Like, make it make sense." But this impersonator Canna account has more artwork that they've stolen. They have this post posted on March 19th. Again, very AI generated piece. The keyboard is broken in the background, and the gaming chair only has one arm. Need I say more? And then the Sexy Rat VT or Nuppis says, "Must have taken you ages to steal that," from Hoshi underscore U3. And this is the original post made by the artist where you can see the pieces look a lot more normal. Here we have another art piece posted by the impersonator writing, "Old one, but a goodie." And it is a rat girl eating cheese, and the cheese blocks on the bottom say 2020, except because it was ran through AI, it is all really wonky. And then Nuppies says, "You stole this too." And this is an art piece that was posted in 2020 by the artist that looks to be the name of Ankulum. And the scammer has even more art pieces on their page. And again, we take a look at the pieces. These are all run through AI. The flowers are all wonky. What is happening with the mouth here? This bunny is bleeding out of one eye, but not intentionally. And some of the designs, I just could not find the original person for it. I was trying to look around for it, but I highly, highly, highly suspect that every single piece on their page has been stolen and run through AI. There's even more AI scams on their page. If they are selling these designs as adopts and profiting from it, that's gross. Don't send hate to the parties involved. That is not the point of this. Don't send hate to the impersonator. This is just to bring awareness that, yo, all these people's stuff is being stolen. So if you see these like AI processed pieces floating around, just know this is not the original artist, okay? And on the topic of AI art, we have another short little AI art story. This is a Twitter post by Twitter user Dija Zola. I hope I'm reading their name right. Well, not particularly, but their name looks to be Lazar, and they write, "Chat, we are so cooked." And here they are in the new Chat GPT. From my understanding, I haven't used it, right? But they post an image and write, "Add burger as a head of this illustration." And then Chat GPT spat out an image writing, "Here is the updated illustration you requested." And then Lazar says, "Just can't stop." And there's more images that they've generated. And then the original artist, Jordan Jenkins, who goes by the Twitter handle J Kane, writes, "Look, it's my illustration," smiley face. "Look, it's my illustration," crying emoji. And then Danielson comments, "Oh, how are you feeling?" And Jordan says, "Got an interview at McDonald's tomorrow." Phil says, "Found another one of them," and it's the drawing, but as a ketchup. And Jordan says, "I'm cooked." And then John Howell says, "Yeah, I'll take a double quarter pounder and throw in an Oreo McFlurry while you're at it. Thanks." And then it is the AI generated image. And the next prompt says, "Now please export this in vector format," and a vector format was provided. And Alex, this is a very, very valid point, writes, "Oh, for F's sake, let's hope people don't try and sell this kind of approach as original to clients." And Motion by Leo says, "It's inevitable that some will." And Alex says, "Very true." That is honestly the scariest part of this because, look, at the end of the day, artistic integrity is something that I feel like a lot of people who aren't artists just don't know slash do not care about. And to take somebody's work and just be like, "Yeah, let's just chop off the head and just insert something else here, but keep the rest of the art piece's integrity intact," that is art theft. What AI does when you insert a piece and is like, "Can you take this but change this one little aspect of it?" That is art theft. I fear, just like what these commenters are saying, that in the design space amongst people who are not artists and designers, This is going to become more and more common. And as much as we want this to not happen, it will happen because people don't care. It's going to be more commonplace for people just to yoink artwork off the internet, off Pinterest, wherever the fuck they find it, and run it through ChatGPT and have ChatGPT change certain elements of it. And then you end up with this like Frankenstein piece at the end. I fear for this happening, and it's already happening, and it is scary because people just don't care. This is really, really sad to see. It must be like so sad to see people just blatantly stealing your art for Jordan and they're just all like happy about it. But yeah, it must absolutely suck. Jordan's designs look really, really sleek, and just to see people like stealing your stuff with no care in the world is just sad. I'll have all the artists involved linked down below, and if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I was traveling in Asia for 3 weeks, so your girl is back now. I have a lot of stories about Asia. Oh my god, I'm not gonna say it on this channel because it's not relevant, but I'll be posting stuff on my travel channels. I have a lifestyle Instagram and a lifestyle TikTok. It's catliente_IRL. So go check my stuff out over there. If you want to know about my skin procedures and stuff, I'll post it there. I got 4 things done, including getting my freckles lasered off. So yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, why'd you get your freckles lasered off? You know, da, da, da. And my thing was like, yo, I like my freckles. I really, really do. But my freckles were in this like weird middle ground where they weren't dark enough for you to see it unless you're really close to my face, but they were dark enough to make my skin look not clear. So it was this weird middle ground. So I was like, I want one or the other. Either like I want them to be dark so you can see it, or I want them to not really be visible so that they're not there. But like, you know, I really did like my freckles. And anyways, they told me that it would come back over time. So I'm like, that's the only reason why I did it, because I didn't want them permanently gone. So sorry, I'm rambling already again. But yeah, check out my other pages for that. And yeah, check me out on Etsy. I have digital goods and stuff there for you. And I also have a coffee with free resources for streamers and content creators. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys over there or in another one of my videos. Peace, guys.